Mr. Jagdish, kindly add Srikanth sir as co-host to share the screen. Yeah.
Sir, now you can share your screen, sir.
Can you hear me, Gohan?
Yes, sir. Sorry for the inconvenience, sir. You can kindly take over, sir.
No worries. Where did I stop? I mean, which slide?
Regarding the yet to start the research work. Yes, sir.
Research work. Okay. Research was conducted with TNA and Coimbatore. TNA Coimbatore and Indian Green Infrastructure Network of Bangalore. We did a lot of studies in terms of the environmental aspects as well. And we derived out 9 degrees Celsius in difference of the temperature with and without a vertical garden, which helps in saving the energy of a building. So these are some of my research works, which been done by me, myself, and colleague. And as a student or horticulturist, there are n numbers of opportunity in terms of vertical garden and landscape industry is concerned. You can be a part of any of these kind listed things, nurseries. You can be a part of horticulture architects. Then you can be a manufacturer. You can grow inputs like the plants for the vertical garden, and then such as these are the list of things we need to get equipped, as well as if you want to run a vertical garden business, or you want to be a part of an employment. You need to develop these kind of skills. You need to source plants from nurseries, or you have to handle the nurseries, and then you have to have the ideas on how to fabricate the vertical garden, handling the gardeners. You should be talking with and interacting with architects, city planners, and then of course manufacturers and other builders. And these people are the framework of the industry. So opportunity as a business venture is humongous, because the demand of vertical gardens has gone sky high in the cities. And as of employment, there are a number of companies who are willing to recruit horticulturists, especially for vertical gardens, landscape, and other activities. There is a company called ZTC International in Bangalore, myself in Verdure India Landscapes in Chennai, SPF Vertical Gardens in Chennai, and then you can go to ELT in Pune, and then Corona Greens in Pune. There are a lot of companies who are taking students as interns and as well as employing horticulturists for their projects. So there are different types of vertical greenhouse systems, and this is one of the basic and the old method of growing plants, vertical structures, like growing climbers and creeping plants on the mesh to cover the building facade, such that you create and imbibe greenery into your architecture. And now these are the commonly used vertical greenhouse systems, the modular systems, which quite commonly you would have seen in most of the cities in and around the public spaces. So what we have developed is a pocket-based geotextile system. Instead of plastic, we have developed a recyclable material using geotextile to create greenery into the vertical gardens. And where do we use these kind of vertical gardens in cities? We have huge number of pillars, like metro pillars and the building pillars, which are already started in most of the cities like Chennai, Bangalore, Delhi. Most of the pillars are converted into vertical greenery. Public parks and gardens have vertical gardens now. You take Semmari Bunga, Sengathal Bunga in Chennai has the entry as vertical gardens, and government buildings do vertical gardens to make the look appealing. Airports, railway station, hospitals, shopping malls, commercial buildings. You can name whatever the building in Chennai. The cities. You can create vertical gardens, and there are few people who do DIY systems instead of taking new products. They recycle the existing thing available, in terms of waste management. These kind of vertical gardens are promoted. These kind of vertical gardens have been commercially done for small balconies and then household and backyard gardens. And this is the three process we follow: design, install, and maintain. We basically design vertical gardens, depending on the factors like orientation of wall. Is it north, east, or west facing? Nature of the wall. Is it directly on the building, or it is like projected away from the building? The height is a major constraint, and as well as the challenge that horticulturists can face, because you have to select plants in such a way that drought and tolerant plants at the top, and moderate growing plants at the bottom, shade loving and water loving plants at the lowermost layer. So you have to study the water availability and requirement, of course, light condition. You have to select plants accordingly, and you have to propose a maintenance pattern. Vertical garden is a combination of civil, horticulture, of course, irrigation, drain, and then as well as your fabrication, structural engineering. So you have to collect knowledge in all these aspects to bring out a vertical garden which is as good as the commercial needs. So this is how we create a planting pattern to vertical gardens, such that we number the plants on the wall as per the dimension above, and then we create vertical. These are the commonly used vertical gardens in outdoor and semi-outdoor areas in India. So these are the plants you can see quite commonly used in vertical gardens, like Portulacas, asparagus, lanthanas, Kefliras, then aglaonemas, ferns, philodendrons. So installation is quite simple as this. I'll just share a video of an installation. You can see this video. You can see the fabrication work being done on the wall, and then we fix the planters, vertical garden planters, on the fabrication in such a way that irrigation being connected, and then greenery to imbibe. This is for an hospital entrance. So we created this vertical garden. So this is a simple method of executing, but it requires different skill set, from fabrication to irrigation. So maintenance is another aspect. Majorly it involves horticulturists and irrigation experts. Like you need to handle the height scaffolding tools to maintain the vertical garden. And fertigation, of course, we have to give nutrient at once in a week to make this much of planting material at a very small space to make the green wall sustainable. And this is how we install a vertical system. You can see the wall, and then fabrication can be made of aluminum, MS, or J, depending on the requirement. Or that we fix our vertical panel and irrigation with plants. We create pockets and we install plants such that the roots get imbibed into the geotextile mat, and the plant grows lush outside. You can see the aluminum fabrication with the geotextile mat, and then we pocket the plants inside, and the plant grows fine, and we have to give them nutrient and regular maintenance. These are some of my projects for your reference. This is how installation takes place. Cut and place the plants inside. This is a kind of system that we have developed recently. Of course, we have another system also using the planters. You can see design being created on the site itself. And another aspect is lighting for the vertical garden. You can do vertical garden anywhere, outdoors or indoors, semi-outdoors. So the option and opportunity is quite variable. So of course, height is the kind constraint in vertical gardens. You can integrate other civil like fountains, water features along with vertical garden to make it more attractive. This is how we grow vertical garden plants in vertical gardens. You can screen the compound walls, make more greener residences. Balconies is a huge business today, where you convert a lot of balconies into greenery. In fact, if you say a living community, there are around 500 to 600 balconies. If you can convert those balconies into greenery, you are making a huge impact in the microclimate of the living environment there. For the offices, balconies, and for the facade of the building. This is how we go for installation, pots and planting for outdoor vertical gardens. So we do fabrication, something like this, and then we fix it on the planters. So you can see the fabrication, then what's been fixed on it, and you can grow plants. This is a recent project done in Chennai for a public park called Senkanthal Punga. We have written the name of the park in the plants itself, and you can given options of growing variety of seasonal and ornamental plants to showcase your horticultural needs. This is for the residences. You have to work on lightings as well to make more enhanced effect, and in private spaces also you can do vertical gardens. This is what we are talking about, public spaces. You can create vertical garden along the roadsides, along the buildings and pillars. So irrigation component is another factor. You have to go with the automation and connect these solenoid valves just like this to Venturi for fertigating the vertical garden. This is another product which we have starting to do, creating green screens in public spaces. So the new normal after COVID is the maintenance. It's been the real challenge, especially during lockdowns, and then it's been a good journey, even though during the difficult times. And this is what we expect as a horticulture or an environmentalist. You need a city which has everything in it, right from the roof garden to collect the rainwater, and those rainwater has to go and recharge to our soil. That's the main concept of creating a good sustainable cities. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for stirring up new ideas in our minds.
Yes, thank you so much for calling.
Thank you, sir. To end up with the event, I request Dr. D. Ramesh Kumar, Vice Chairman, National Agro-Technology Cell, AIASA New Delhi, to deliver the vote of thanks.
Audible, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
First of all, I would like to express my gratitude to all esteemed delegates of the webinar for the presence and contribution to make this webinar as a great success, and extend my gratitude to my chairman and head and Department of Vegetable Science, Dr. R. Swarnapriya, and Upendra sir, and my classmate Srikanth, and a special thank to Gugan and ISAF to conduct this webinar for successfully manner. And thank you, one and all. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Okay, thank you all for participating. Thank you.